All right, hi everybody. Okay, I'm gonna make a little disclaimer here. I feel like I have to. Okay, I have the ability to separate an actor or a performer from their personal life. Therefore, that means I don't condone any of the actions of Bill Cosby at all. Okay. Okay. So, the Cosby Show started in 1984, ran to 1992. Um, it had 5 stars because it was the parents and the 3 kids: Bill Cosby, Felicia Rashad, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Lisa Bonet, and Tempest Bledsoe and Keisha Knight Pulliam. But you have to remember that some of those people weren't in every scene, and some of them went away for times, and so it wasn't like all those people were on the canvas every week. Um, okay. For 1980s to early 1990s, before and during when The Simpsons started to come in to popularity, before it was The Cosby Show, um, it was an idealized picture of what it's like to be African American because you had a doctor and a lawyer as parents and 4 kids. Um, the only son, and 4 daughters, because there was also Sabrina LaBeouf who played Sandra, but she was the oldest. So there were times when she was supposedly at college and away. So, like I said, she wasn't always there. But Malcolm Jamal Warner and Tempest Bledsoe and Keisha Knight Pulliam were always there. And Lisa Bonet went in and out for other reasons, which I won't get into because that's somebody's personal life and I don't go there. Okay. So, all right. I've always had this theory, and it's come out to be true for the most part, that, well, 2 things. When you have a family sitcom, there's of course the parents and the kids. The thing with the kids is they grow up. So then it depends on how you write for them how the sitcom evolves. And at some point, the youngest kid is not going to be cute anymore. So what do you do after that? Now, some sitcoms have a new baby. Some of them invite other family members, and or they somehow involve a younger kid at that point. Okay, I'll give you a couple examples. Family Ties ran for 7 years. The cute one was Jennifer Keaton, and when she grew up, they had another baby. And okay, Alf. Um, the youngest, when the kids grew up, uh, they had another baby. Season 4, the beginning of season 4, they had another baby. So, and for the Cosby Show, Keisha Knight Pulliam was the youngest. And then when she turned 12, 13, they brought in Raven Simone to play Olivia, which is Martin Kendall's daughter and Denise's stepdaughter. But I'll get there. Okay. So the oldest is Sandra, and she is the prodigal daughter, if you will, because they're supposed to go to school, go to college, and end up with a good career. Now, I don't know if they expected the kids to follow in their footsteps, especially in the career, but the overall goal was for them to be successful, and Sandra did all of this because the point was She went to college, and her whole intent was to become a lawyer like her mother. Now, in season 5, they married her to Elvin Thibodeau, played by Jeffrey Owens. Okay. And she was derailed for a couple of seasons, like not seasons, couple episodes, because they get married finally, and when they're newlyweds, Elvin convinces her that they can run a camping store. So she tells her parents that she no longer wants to become a lawyer. At which point, Claire, played by Felicia Rashad, has a heart attack and says, "How dare you? I want my money back for all the education I paid for." And Elvin uh, informs them also at the same time that he no longer wants to be a doctor until they have children, until he sees her have their twins. And then it reignites his dream to become a doctor. But until then, he doesn't want to be a doctor either. So they're both freaking out. Okay. Then we have Denise. And then okay, so Denise was titled as the wild child. You never knew what was gonna happen with her. That was a character type. Okay. And then there was Theo, the only son, Theodore, but Theo, and the apple of his father's eye because he's the only male in a bunch of women. So there's that. And then there's Vanessa, played by Tempest Bledsoe. She, I'm guessing she was really smart from an early age because they wrote her character like she was wise beyond her years from very, very young. And she was the one who could get away with stuff to a certain extent because she could talk her way out of things. And also, she's the one who they gave a boyfriend when she was 18 years old, or like 17, 18, and her boyfriend was 30. I mean, on the show, her character. So that's a 12-year age span. So, but honestly, throughout the series, that guy was the only guy to get through to her and understand her mentally, or like how she was thinking. You know what I mean? So it kind of made sense why they did that. And then of course Rudy was just Rudy, kind of the apple of the eye because the youngest, and she could also kind of get away with the most. But she did have her little squabbles and stuff. But it wasn't anything near what the other kids did because I have another theory that when you're the youngest, you learn a lot through watching other people and watching your siblings do stuff, and you realize, okay, this works, that doesn't. So you kind of know what to do and not do at the same time. So, but I have to say that I never had a season in this show where I said, "Oh, it's gotten bad" or something. Yeah, and I never thought that, you know. So that's kind of a record in my book. So there you go.